Your Honor, I understand that this is an allegation, both contain allegations of protection order violations. Through reading of the probable cause as stated before the court, the allegations are nonviolent in nature. Taking that into consideration, along with the fact that Ms. Serrano at this time was dealing with homelessness, she now has a place to stay with family in Lakewood who will take her in that is separated from the protected party in this situation. She has a plan where she can execute and not be in any contact with the protected party. In light of that and the fact that she now has a place to go, she will not be a flight risk. She will not be a community safety concern. And for those reasons, I would ask the court to consider releasing her today and not impose bail. And if the court is inclined to impose bail, then the least restrictive amount possible.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Serrano, I find it so frustrating when people violate court orders. It's always given to you in a manner that is crystal clear. It is stated emphatically that you are to have absolutely no contact with Nicholas Cougar Harrington. You and Mr. Harrington are obviously both aware of this, given the fact that Mr. Harrington did not want to give his name at the time of these alleged incidents, very likely because he knows the order's in place and that's going to be problematic. The fact that it has been repetitive, and when I look at your history, it's been repetitive for ages and ages and ages, that you disregard court orders, and that frustrates me. The fact that you now have a place to stay is the reason that I am going to release you on your promise to appear.
Thank you.
I am going to release you under the condition that you follow these orders. And I am going to indicate for the record that if there is any allegation of a violation of an order for protection, that you will be held on no less than $10,000 cash or bond for each case that we have you for here in Lakewood.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not playing games with this. When there is a court order in place, it is my expectation that you will follow it to the letter. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
What will happen if you are found with Mr. Harrington?
I will be brought into court again and I'll have a $10,000 bail
On each one of these cases.
on each case.
So please take this as seriously as I do. Please value yourself and value your integrity.
Yes, ma'am.
Value your freedom. And I would love it if you would either stop by the Pierce County Resource Center that's right across from Pierce County District Court and talk to them about some of the opportunities that are available there. There are a lot of really great resources that
Okay.
you could take advantage of.
Okay.
And that would help you help yourself as you move forward here. I just think that you deserve better than the hand you're playing yourself right now.
I agree. I agree. Thank you.
I hope you do,
I do.
because just being in and out of custody and having to deal with someone who doesn't know you and doesn't know your life and doesn't know your story, lecturing you, has got to be really irritating. Having to rely upon people who are, young enough to be your children to try and help you get through the difficulties that you spin for yourself is frustrating.
Yeah.
And it's got to be embarrassing. And I really think that you should place a higher value on yourself
Thank you.
and on your opportunities and on your future. So just one of the things that I know for sure through my own series of life choices and misadventures and mistakes, is that loving someone isn't enough to make a relationship successful. And when you continuously do something that puts you in harm's way, that puts you in a position where you now have, I'm looking at this right here on our docket, and Mr. Harrington is the protected party on all 4 of these cases. Hanging out with this individual is not good for you. Even if it's someone that you're crazy about and you love, or if it's someone that you're used to and somewhat reliant upon. This is not in your best interest. And so please go to the resource center and let them know that you're having a hard time breaking free of a relationship that does not serve you well. And that you need to make different choices and ask for some help with that. Okay?
Okay.
That's why the resource center is there. They are there to help you to figure out how to move beyond the situations that you are presently in.
Okay.
And I just think that you could make your life a whole lot happier if you would make different choices around this relationship. And even if this individual is like your person and the one that you wish to be with for the rest of your life, recognizing that sometimes you need time apart so that you can both grow and make different choices and clean up the mess of the past so that you can move forward in a fresh, new way, makes a lot of sense.
Right.
But if you keep selling your integrity by just knowing that there's an order in place and ignoring it, you're never, ever going to improve your own situation, and you're never going to help him to improve his. And I know it's tough walking away from a relationship that you are used to, even if it's not good, or even if it's the best thing ever, is really, really difficult.
Yeah, it is.
But, honoring an order, honoring a commitment and a responsibility, like following the rules of release and then showing up, will help you start building some pride and some resilience and some satisfaction in the fact that you can make good choices. You can do what's right for you. You can follow rules and do hard things and show that you can improve your life step by step every day. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So I am appointing Horwath Law since they represent you on some of these other charges. We'll just make sure it's consistent.
Okay.
Your next hearing is going to be on April 11th, 2024 at 1 p.m. Your presence is required on time at the courthouse at 1 p.m.
Yes, ma'am.
Speedy trial begins today, March 8th, 2024. That means when you're out of custody, it will expire on June 6th of 2024.
Yes, ma'am.
So I think it's pretty clear. This is the ball. I'm handing it to you. It is in your court. Thank you. I saw you catch it. Everyone else did too. All right. So here's the thing. If you choose to violate that order, you know exactly what's going to happen.
Yes.
If he calls you, if he shows up at yours, you need to immediately message your attorney and say that Mr. Harrington just showed up here and I am, in this house and I'm not leaving. If you are hanging out in a park with friends and he shows up, you must immediately leave. If you don't, you are in violation of the order. And one of the things that you can do, I'm not going to advise you what to do. That's not my role. But reaching out to your lawyer and asking for their advice in that moment. Should I call 911 and let them know that the protected party is harassing me? The protected party is following me. I am attempting to walk away and the protected party is behind me. Tell your lawyers that so that they know what to tell you. But it is in your court. You are responsible for your own situation here. And you now have a place to stay, so stay there. You know, if you walk out, that opens you up to him finding you. If you're inside, you don't have to answer the door. Okay, so please just make good choices, be safe, abide by
ma'am.
all of the previously imposed conditions on all of the other cases. And I am releasing you. But as I said, if you come back before me in particular, I will have no hesitation just saying the way I keep you away from him is by holding you in custody, because I have made crystal clear what my expectation here is. And if you can't follow a court order, then we have no recourse other than to protect you and the community by keeping you away from this person that has an order against you, okay? So I've signed off on this. I'm indicating that we're serving it on you. I'm gonna ask, let's see, that's not the right. Yeah, Ms. Mann, if you could update her address, please. So right now, I don't know if this is like the foolish optimist in me. I'm feeling good about our conversation. I'm feeling good about you. I want you to be successful. I want you to be successful so much, and I hope
Thank
you
you.
do too.
I do too.
Okay?
Yes,
All right.
thank you.
Okay, make good choices.
Thank
And I'll
you.
ask your lawyer to please sign again. I knocked your signature off, of course. Thank
Okay,
you, Ms. Mann.
thank you.
All right, best